Hey, what's going on, YouTube viewers? Hey, this is Phoenix, and on this episode, we're going to talk about battle rifles. Now, this has kind of been a subject that I've been wanting to discuss for a while, and I'm actually going to show you my Draco, my battle rifle, and talk about some of the things that I've done to it, some upgrades I've done to it as well. All right. So, for the most part, everyone has their idea what type of battle rifle they want, what caliber they would like. I'm not going to really talk about what you should have, as long as you have something to defend yourself, defend your family. If it's a 22, that's what it is, you know. But if you're able to afford a decent rifle or a decent pistol, buy it. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry. All right. So anyway, here we go. We're going to talk about what I have done. I have made my pistol dummy proof. All right. I call it making it dummy proof. Some of you may say, "Oh, that's just it's it's tactical." For me, it's just being dummy proof. All right. So I'm gonna start from the front of it and work myself back. And I'm gonna talk about each thing that I have on here. A lot of you already know what it is, but for the ones that don't, you know, that's what it's for. So in front of my rifle, I have a can on it. First and foremost, you need to do a truss and then fill your Form 1, get your Form 1 back, and then you're able to drill your holes out and make your can the way you want it. My can, I've done several things to it. I've done several mods to it to get it to the sound that I wanted. Okay, you have two different sounds of a suppressor. You have a sound that sounds like a, high pitched. A lot of time, you're high pitched. It means that you don't have the proper blast chamber, okay, or you don't have the proper length blast chamber. It may be too short. You may have too many baffles inside of it, and you may need to take one out. It also depends on the port size of your hole as well. All that plays a factor in the sound of your can. Okay, I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot of testing to get this thing to sound exactly how I wanted it to sound. The baffles, what you're using, also plays a factor. If you are using freeze plugs, you're not going to, it suppresses it, but you're not going to get the full potential out of it. Okay. So you're going to have to spend a little extra money into buying the proper type of cones or the proper type of baffles for your can. I'm going to talk about that in another video. All right. So the can that I'm using, the tube that I'm using is the SD Tactical tube. SD Tactical, they're no longer able to sell the tubes because the ATF basically shut their company down, saying that they're not able to sell the tubes, the components anymore, because they were being made into suppressors. I believe that their rights were infringed upon, but that's my belief. That's my opinion. All right, so that's that. I also bought the Liberty suppressor adapter. All right, I don't know if you can see that. And what I've done is on the bracket inside of your Zukov. Now on my M85, I actually cut that bracket back behind the muzzle. With this one, there's four corners. I milled out the four corners, so therefore I was able to screw this into the bracket, and the bracket basically is holding the adapter. Okay, so it is solid. It is solid. It won't move. It's I've done a really good job doing that. All right, so enough of that. The next thing you need to do is, if you have an AK or AR-15, upgrade your sights. All right. So if you notice on my sights, the front hood, I cut the front hood off. The reason why I did that is because when you look down your sights, that hood on a Draco, it obscures your vision. So I cut it off and made it like your traditional style AK. All right. Now the front sight itself is a Ken sight, and it's a tritium-based insert. I also upgraded the rear sight, which is the American Glow rear sight, and it's also tritium based. Now, when you upgrade your sights, you need to upgrade it to the tritium because the tritium lasts for about 10 years. All right. So if your red dot goes out, guess what? You still have your backups. All right. So that's really important. The red dot that I'm using is the Holosun HS503G, which is the one that has the horseshoe reticle with the chevron reticle in the center of it with the 3 bullet drops. Now, I recommend that if you're looking for a red dot, purchase this one. Okay. I'm not really a fan of Aimpoint. Reason being, I think they're overpriced. You know, the whole thing of cry once, buy once, cry once. I don't believe in that. Holosun is a great red dot. They're durable. They're of high quality. The dot is crisp. Okay, it's good. I mean, it's awesome. It's like $219. Okay, I have one on this one. I also have one on my M85. All right. I had the Bushnell on here, and the Bushnell's good for target practicing, maybe hunting, up to about 100 yards. That's if you have it sight up to that. But anything past that, you're kind of Kentucky winding it. And what this sight does, it eliminates that. Okay. This gun itself is a 450-yard gun. Okay. My sight is tuned for that. My sight is sighted in for that. So this sight is a great addition to have for this platform, for this weapon. All right. So if you need to upgrade your sights, add a red dot, and of course, you need to add a light. The light is very, very important. Okay, even if you don't get a red dot, make sure you have your front and rear sight upgraded and you have a light on your gun. The reason being is that you need to identify the target that you're trying to neutralize, and you cannot do it effectively without a light. You cannot. Okay, and by law, if you're standing in front, they're going to ask you several questions regarding, did you have a light on your gun? How would you be able to identify that individual? If someone broke into your house and you accidentally shot the wrong person, that would be horrible. So get a light on your gun. All right. Second thing I've done, if you notice, I put the Zukov handguard on here. I have Ultimac gas tube. All right. I have the speed mag extension. Can get it out. This is a good addition to have on your gun. Okay. If you look at different videos, you see people reloading under pressure and they are fumbling. I mean, it's hard for them to get that thing in because they're doing, one of these numbers to lock it in. All right. With this, it eliminates that. Does it make your reloads faster? Yes, it do. It makes it to where it's dummy proof, and that's why I consider these upgrades to be a dummy proof. All right, because you're going to do some weird things when you're under pressure. All right. I also put on a extended. It's called a speed magazine. Magazine latch, or I think that's what it's called, catch, whatever you call it. I got that off of Carolina Shooter's Supply. It's like $34. It's worth it. It is worth it. All right. Also, I upgraded the spring. I put a XP power spring in here. I put a buffer in here because I have a can on here, and you need an extra power spring because that can produces more back pressure, and a buffer just makes it softer. Okay, spring and a buffer is needed. Even if you don't have a can on here, if you want your 7.62 to shoot a little bit softer, put an XP power spring in there. All right. Next is the Strike Industries pistol grip. Now, what I like about this pistol grip is that the back strap of it, if you notice the back strap, you can get a high purchase on this pistol. Okay, I love it. Now, the Magpul, what I don't like about the Magpul is that it doesn't have that type of contour. Okay, so Strike Industries thumb up, on this pistol grip. All right. Next thing I have done, I upgraded. I took off my Shockwave blade brace and I put the Viper, Strike Industries Viper stock on here. It works good. It is awesome. Okay. It doesn't have. It's very similar to what they call a minimalistic stock, but it's better. It's better than the minimalistic stock. I believe it is. All right. So that is a summary of my my battle pistol, my battle rifle. The reason why I prefer the Draco is because it has the same accuracy as a full size AK. Even though it has a 12 and a quarter barrel, the accuracy on this thing is great. I'm not gonna say, I can honestly say it actually shoots a little better than my full size, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. And it might be because of the Zukov mixed with the Ultimac rail and how I fastened, how I did this structure. I mean, at 50 yards, I'm shooting dime size to nickel size groupings, and that's with 4.5 grains of powder charged because I made subsonic rounds. So, but it shoots awesome. I mean, this thing it's like shooting lasers. I love it. So, for me, a plus. It's shorter. I'm able to move around fairly easy, especially in CQB. If I need to tag something at a good distance, I'm able to do it. All right. So this is just a quick summary of my battle rifle. Everyone has their opinion about what type of battle rifle they want or what they're trying to get. But what you have to understand is that your battle rifle is something that it just protects yourself, your family. It could be a shotgun. It could be like AR-15. It could be a SCAR, whatever. I mean, whatever you use, it can be a battle rifle. So, I'm not going to get into that. You need a 308. You need 6.8, 6.5. No. As long as you're able to protect yourself and that you can depend your life upon this, that is your battle rifle. But make sure you upgrade it to where it's dummy proof because, like I said, you're going to do a lot of weird stuff under pressure when you're drilling this up. All right. So if you want to leave at the bottom, your battle rifle, what you like or what you prefer, leave it at the bottom. I mean, I like reading people's opinions and stuff like that. I also want to thank my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. I would have never thought that I would hit over 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for the individuals that have supported my channel. I felt like, the information that I gave out was, simple information that, you may find it valuable. But also the individuals that are leaving comments are very knowledgeable as well. So I thank you for that because it also gives me something to think on as well. But I want to thank you and just stay tuned. I have more videos coming out. The next video I'm going to do is regarding suppressors and the components that you can use. And it's just an educational type thing. It's not how to build one. I'm going to talk more into it, but I don't want to get too much into it because we all know that our videos are watched by all. So I'll let that be said. Let it be said. So anyway, stay tuned, be safe, and I will see y'all later. All right, peace.